Yeah.
Not yet. My mother had a hearing aid and she never knew how to use.
No, it is just to keep it. That's all.
She could do it though.
But you have to adjust little
Yeah, she couldn't do it. She didn't bother.
Om Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Thou my mother, thou my father, thou art my friend and companion. Thou my wisdom, thou my knowledge, thou art everything, O Lord of Lords. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. We are back to the reading of our divine love as narrated by Narada, the sage Narada. What is divine love? So we have finished verse number 65. Today we are going to read the verse number 66. So last verse we have read what? That the devotee will give up everything, dedicate all his actions, all his even good actions, even his weaknesses, the lust, anger, pride, which are not very good for spiritual life, but he will also give everything, surrender to God, direct towards God, directing towards God. We have our anger, let that anger be directed to Ramakrishna. Hey, I have taken refuge in you, and you are not looking at me. What's the matter? How come it's not fair? Huh? So, and fight with him. So, lust, this means desire. Okay, desire for God. My days are coming. We are passing so many days, months, and I am calling upon you. My desire is not so deep. Please help me so that I desire only you instead of other things. So, all these which are the obstacles in normal spiritual growth and development, those can be redirected to God and God alone. So, this is the beauty of Bhakti Yoga. Other yoga say cut, no entry here. Shaucha, truthful, shaucha, santosh. Yama, control, all control. What is that? Yama is ahimsa, don't injure. Someone is hurting me and I will not retaliate. No, don't do that. See, yama, niyama. Yama is satya, asteya, non-stealing. I am a good guy, I don't steal, but something nasty I see. No, you cannot see that. Huh? That means you should be everywhere cut. No. You have to yogi, you have to practice this. What about your meditation? It will come much later. You have to stop it here first.
So not even nasty, something is good also. Let's say somebody is putting password.
Sure.
So by law here in this country, you shouldn't look at that person when they put.
Yeah, you should not look at the password. That means these are stealing is variety types of stealing. Very sophisticated stealing is that what I should not look at, that I look. My eyes turn towards that. See, anyone is going here, what will happen? Look at that. Our eyes, we are slaves. Our eyes will run. Who is going there? In between.
Right.
Why? What is my business? If anyone goes there, what is my business? But see, this is the control. You want to be yogi? Control. But here he said, okay, you can look, but look for Ramakrishna there. Whatever you are saying, see the glory of Ramakrishna, see the presence of Ramakrishna. Desire something. Why are you not coming in my life? So I'm waiting for you day and night. So all these things you can just give a twist and turn towards God. That is the beauty of Bhakti Yoga that we read the last time. So we read Tad Arpito. In him you can offer Akhilo Acharasam, all your behaviors and daily activities. Just offer it to him. And even your kama, desire or lust, krodha, anger, abhiman, pride. Pride is very bad. But you say, I'm proud that I belong to Thakur, Holy Mother, I belong to Ramakrishna. No? It's pride that will lift me from my meanness into some higher level. That is also a bondage in higher level. So you should not say, I am proud. There are many great devotees. What am I in reference to them? I'm not that good. But still I belong to him. So if you are to be proud, be proud that I have this, proud that I have been given a chance to spiritualize my life in this order. Or I've been given, I came in the fold of Vedanta. That's a pride. Not to arrogantly fight with others, but my own pride. Rather, it is a bad pride and good pride. It's a pride that at least I took shelter. I could have taken shelter in any other tradition where people will be fanatic. They love God. They pray to God. But fanatic, they cannot tolerate others.
But we
You
not
go to this church or you go to this practice, you are done. You are washed. You are gad. But this is the religion. Ramakrishna said, yes, but he is bad. But that is also, he told Swami Vivekananda what? Swami Vivekananda came back from Calcutta and saw some type of bad practices in the name of spiritual teaching or practice. He was criticizing them right and left. And Narayan is very clear. Bad is bad. Punish. But Ramakrishna is a matured person. Sometimes we think matured person and an idiot person looks the same. Idiot does not react. Okay. Matured person, he knows this is the way the world works. He said, what Ramakrishna said, but my child, that is also a way. The people of that category of mental attitude, where they will go? They have no hope. They will not call upon God. They will go through that path. And then they will understand there is a higher and higher and higher. So, not to criticize, because he is in that level. A student of a class, grade 1's boy or girl, you cannot give a philosophy of your Newton's, Einstein's theory of relativity. Give it to the class 1 boy. Okay? Bad. Class 1 is bad. To make you what you understand now, class 1 is important, a stepping stone. So mature mind thinks like that. Sometimes people think he's an idiot. An idiot is idiot who does not understand anything. That Ramakrishna was not an idiot. Vivekananda was also not idiot. Vivekananda questioned, yes, truth is truth. It should be like that. Yes, that has a place, rationality. But there is a higher state when you can see, yes, people will do all types of practice. because they are not capable of holding on to the ideal what you are talking about. So that's why it is said, these are all there, but tasmin eva karaniyo. You turn your all these mental attitudes, all your frustrations, all your failures, just with your beloved Lord, and make a relationship, deep relationship.
Well, is
Now-
there a possibility for the pride to turn to the holier than thou attitude?
What is that, holier than thou?
That if I have the proud that I belong to this order and my maturity is more, so is that my holier than thou attitude can come? Is that...
Anything can come unless you realize God. It is a question of the, see, you are in a school. We call I go to school, USC. Huh? You are a first year boy, or a second year, or a third year, or a PhD, or a postdoc. You are a student. So long you are in the school, you are school, in the world of school. Unless you realize the highest, you are freed from all duality. Then only you will be out. But that the same as I gave the example, class 1 boy with a PhD boy, similarly the same. A MSc boy and a PhD boy will be different, but they are in the same school. But you cannot equate everyone the same student. You go to a school, 12th grade school. In India, there are schools, say 5th grade to 12th grade in one school. So you can say, I go to school, I go to this school, okay? And 12th grade boy will also say, I go to this school. 5th grade boy will also say, I go to this school. Doesn't mean they are all equal. So similarly, in spiritual training, there are hierarchy in this way. Pride will be pride. But pride is to be transcend and transcend and transcend. When God realization will come, that's perfection will come. Now the verse number today we read that what is the premik bhakta, the lover, devotee, what is his glory, what he does. This is very beautiful, verse 66. It says, Trirupa Bhanga Purvakam, Trirupa Bhanga Purvakam, Nitya Dasa, Nitya Dasa, Nitya Kanta, Nitya Kanta, Bhajanatmakam va, Bhajanatmakam va, Premaiva Karyam, Premaiva Karyam. So, what does it mean? Now, three rupa, three forms. What are the three forms? Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. The three forms. The master, the servant, and the object to serve. There are different types of three. Threes are many. Three rupa means tamasa, bhakta. There may be bhakti, tamasic bhakti, rajasic bhakti, sattvika bhakti. You have to transcend them. Three types. People go to God for what? Money. I am in monetary difficulty, arthati. Money, I am in physical disease or in bereavement or in some sort of suffering. Or it may be a questioning devotee. I want to know God. They are all, you have to transcend all of them. So three. This is the three idea. One is tamasa, rajasa, and sattva. Tamasa is bad, rajasa is better, sattvika is good, but sattva is also a dacoit, burglar. You have to transcend the sattvika dacoit also. See what Vedanta says here also, the same thing they are talking about, bhakti. Beyond three guna, triguna atita. In Vedanta they call it triguna atita, beyond three gunas. Here also they are saying all the tamasa bhakti is that, but much better is rajasa bhakti, much better is sattvika bhakti, and shuddha sattvik, pure sattvik. That means transcending that. That is the Bhakta. So, three rupa, this three rupa, bhanga, break. Then, three rupa, now, the Bhakta will remain in how? Nitya dasa. He will think, I am the eternal servant of the Master. Like Hanuman thinks, I am the servant of Ramakrishna. Vivekananda thought, I am the servant of Ramakrishna. Nityadasa. Eternal. He says, Janama Janama. In this life and in previous life, I am the Rama devotee. I am the devotee of Rama. Hanumanji used to think. Swami Vivekananda used to think that he said himself that Das tavo janame janame dayanidhe. Das means I am a servant. O Ramakrishna, I am servant not in this life, but life after life, I am your servant. So transcending all the gunas, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, transcending all the attitudes of going to God for asking for money, asking for health, disease and curing disease, etc. So remaining in this attitude, it's called I am servant of God only. Nitya Kantatmakam. There in the devotional school there are Shanto, Dasya, Shakka, Vatsalya, Madhura. He is talking about some people take the attitude, God is my husband. And you go to Vrindavan, the gopis think that way. No? So I am dedicated to God only. And that means in Vrindavan they think we are all women. Krishna is the only man. So he is the only source of our beloved love. No? So thinking that I am a beloved of the Lord. So thinking all this, they have to do prayer and meditation and prema eva karyam. That means they will get merged into the love and love of God. Transcending all the gunas, transcending all the three states of mind of questioning, even questioning. I don't have any question anymore. I don't know what is Brahman. Swamiji said, Keba chai janibare. Who wants to know who you are? Vivekananda teaching in this country so much of Vedanta. In that poem he said, Keba chai janibare. Who wants to know who you are? Who am I? I am Das tava janame janame. In this life, in all the life, I am your servant and servant and servant. No? So devotion, the devotee actually becomes like that. Transcending all these things, he gets immersed and absorbed in the divine love of God. So here, if we read on page 138, verse number 66 of Swami P's book, Prabhupada book, there are three forms of love through which one may prepare oneself for the attainment of the supreme love. These are Vaidhi Bhakti. That's why these are the forms of love. We practice, transcend that. You go to school, practice math, practice physics, practice this, transcend the school. So these practices, there are three forms of love. Transcend, you have to transcend that. Then will be the real love, which is called Parabhakti. Love, supreme love. It is called the ritualistic love or preparatory love. And that is the goal what we reach. Transcending the three forms of love, love the Lord and love Him as His eternal servant. Think that you are His servant all the time. Every day, if someone practices, you work here, you are a monk, you are a nun, you are a devotee, you think, oh, this Swami is asking me to do this work. Not Swami is doing anything. Get out of that. think that Ramakrishna is asking you to do that and you are serving him only. Huh? People can do anything and everything. Impossible possible. They can give up their life for whom they love. But if you think not God, Nitya Dasa, you are only servant of God. You are a free soul. Who has asked you to join? And who has asked you to be a slave here? You are not a slave. You are not getting salary. So why you grumble? Because you think I am doing the work of this guy or that guy. Or he is doing not giving me too much of this which I cannot take. I have no time. And then they are taking all this nonsense. That's a reality. If you look at the worldly sense, yes, someone is doing more, someone is doing less. And your work situation also. You go fight with your boss. Others are relaxing and I do much work and still much work comes upon me. And I cannot satisfy anyone. No. Here if you are a bhakta inside, bhakta will say, I don't care for anybody. I am here for God and I am serving God. I am dasa. I am the servant of Ragam, Lord's servant. Huh? That's why everyone is servant. Everyone is beggar. Huh? That story. Akbar was praying. The emperor Akbar was praying to, oh Allah, give me wealth, give me prosperity, give me more of territory. Huh? And the beggar went, fakir went, and listening that prayer, he went to get something from the emperor, some gift or something for his needs. But hearing that prayer, he is going away. And then Akbar said, hey, stop. Why are you going away? Wait, let me finish my prayer. After finishing his prayer, he asked, why you came to ask me, ask something from me. Why are you going away? But I saw that I came to ask for something. But I saw that you are begging from the Allah, from God. So why shall I ask you? I need not to ask for a beggar. Let me go to beg from God, Allah. That is the spiritual attitude. Look at that. Who can take that? That's the bhakta, real bhakta. We are all preparatory bhakta. That's why our struggle does not end anytime. But a bhakta becomes so full, so satisfied. Brother Lawrence, how was his life? How he used to work? Relentlessly doing the dishes, cleaning the pots and pans and this and that and cooking. That day after day, that is his sadhana. Whatever is given to him. But he thinks, I am doing for Lord, the practice of the presence. And that's why he became a saint. And others were there. Still now, every monastery, every home, there will be work like that. Every office will be work like that. But they live in the same old guy. And some became a saint. That is because of this attitude. So that is their guiding us. Take this attitude. If you have to do work, do with this attitude and benefit out of it. Then it's called the bhakta, real bhakta. So, transcending the three forms of love. Love the Lord and love Him as His eternal servant or as His eternal bride. Whatever your attitude. The two attitudes have been mentioned, means all the five attitudes are there. Think God as your father or God as your child. We say, baby Krishna. There is a Krishna in our altar. Our pujaris always say, baby is naughty, baby false. Because she is all three, two leg and one hand, and another is up. Give me laddu. Huh? And naturally what happens when they put flowers, they are careless. And one balance goes away and he topples down. They blame the baby Krishna. They say, hey, baby Krishna is naughty. He always falls down. What can he do? But they will put at the edge so that he can fall down. Don't put inside little bit. But anyhow, so baby Krishna, you think it is not a stone, metallic thing, but it is Krishna. Huh? So you, he is my baby. I have to take care. I have to feed. So this attitude you can take. Sakko, as my friend. He's my friend. But like Arjuna, in difficulties and in worries and in anxiety, I know there is a friend of mine. How we feel when you know that there is some friend who can help me at any time I need anything. No? So, 5 attitude, Shanta, this attitude of a monk, seeing God everywhere. I am serving to my all actions. I am serving God and God alone. Huh? So, you can take this attitude. Or Dasya, I am the servant, I am the friend, I am the child of God, or God is my son, my child, my baby, Gopala, Rama, Ramalala, Rama, thinking all this. So one will have to be merged. These are the attitudes through which one should get merged into God. So there are 3 forms of love through which one may prepare oneself for the attainment of the supreme love. Mind it, our goal of life is to have supreme love. Therefore, from one point of view, these 3 forms are classified as follows. So these 3, what are the 3? The 3 forms are, as I said, it may be Tamasika, Rajasika, and Sattvika Bhakta. Or it may be this person afflicted by suffering or monetary need or for real questioning. These 3 transcend that. And also, you transcending that, you keep some attitude. God is my own. I belong to Him only. I offer everything to Him only. I am His servant. I am His friend. I am His child. I am, what else? I am the husband. He is my husband. I am the wife. Or I belong to Him. He is my father. Anyhow, any 5 attitudes people will take. But ultimately, the goal of bhakti is that there will be no trace of our ego. I don't exist, God only exists. So, in any attitude, if one goes to the depth, then ego will be destroyed. So, here, these 3 forms are classified as follows. Swami has taken one idea. A man may devote himself to God because he feels distressed or world weary, as I have said. Arto. In problem, something has happened. COVID has happened. I am breathless. I am in trouble. No? Then normally bhaktas will say, "Oh Lord, please help me, please help me." No? And that time intense, it becomes intense by that type of prayer because nobody can help. Doctors are not getting help. Even doctors are there, hospital is there. Suppose every possibility is there, but still a point comes when no one can help. So therefore, a man may devote himself to God because he feels distressed or world weary. That is one reason one can go to God. Second, he may devote himself to God because he has unfulfilled earthly desire and prays for their fulfillment. Third, he may be a seeker of knowledge. Artho, jiggashu, artharthi. Normally, Bhagavad Gita says, Artho, jiggashu, artharthi, Ghani me bharatarso. So, Ghani is not been discussed, but 3 is discussed. Artho, in difficulty, jiggashu, the questioning person, and artharthi, who needs money or monetary help or the worldly needs. The supreme love, however, is what? Is only attained after he has transcended these 3 and has spiritual discrimination. Who can be a real devotee? That we are talking about. Para Bhakti. That is that only attained after crossing these three layers of demands or needs. Bhakta will say, oh Lord, you want to keep me in more suffering, keep it. But let me not forget you. But normal Bhakta will say, oh, I am in trouble, give me money. Send somebody to help me, protect me. See, they're asking for their protection. Bhakta will say, no, 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 I don't want any protection. I want you only. Let me die. I don't care. Let my money go. I don't care. You have taken my money, good. Tumari deva prane, tumari deva dukho, tumari deva bhuke, tumari anubhav. That is the Bhakta will say. Tumari deva bhuke, you have given me this heart feeling. That's where I am feeling the pain and agonies. You have given my son or my family members, and you have taken away. It is you have given, you have taken away. And I belong to you only, no, nothing else. Bhakta will say, will not grumble for worldly loss. Normal Bhakta will say, I am calling God, I go to temple every day, I do japa, God is not looking at me. See my difficulty? Is God there? Normal, that is right. Normally we expect good people will be protected by God. But it does not happen. Look at that. All those naughty people, they are very happy. Those are crooks and rogues. They are making money, they are boasting around and saying, ha, 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 ha. They're all okay. And the honest person, he is getting so much suffering. So, but if a genuine bhakta is separate, but as we are human beings, we'll really grumble. I call upon God and see distress after distress coming on my life. Where is God? Is God sleeping? So that is not wrong. But that is not the highest state. That may be the beginning state of devotion. The highest state will be you ask Lissava as we chant every morning, no? In the Chaitanya's prayer. Ask Lissava Padaratang Pinastu. You accept me or you just ignore me. I don't care for it. I am yours. There is nobody in my life but you only. So there's total surrender. That is the devotion, egoless. So he says the supreme love, however, is only attained after he has transcended these three and has spiritual discrimination. Knowing that the one eternal treasure of his heart is God, realizing all is vanity except to love God, he thus becomes devoted to him. Knowing everything is vanity of all vanities, no? Except for the love of God. Everything is vanity. What is your pride? You are a millionaire. Millions will go away. Million will remain. When death will come, billions will remain. You are a billionaire. But when death comes, you cannot take one penny with you from your bank account, the check, your checkbook to when you die. So this is the point. It is all the vanity in this world, the vanity of all vanity, no? So it's all vain. There's nothing. That understanding should come to a devotee. In another aspect, the three forms are classified as follows: love of a sattvika devotee, the love of a rajasika devotee, and the love of a tamasika devotee. That means three types of devotees are there. Love of a tamasika devotee, they also go and show such way of, they love God, but they love God for some material end. Rajasika for pride, ego, and all this expression. When they go for doing any worship, they will be wearing 100 beads of showing people that I am a spiritual person, making this mark here, that's good for beginning to say I belong to this higher class of people. But that becomes an obstacle. We have to get beyond that.
So Krishna and Arjuna, if Duryodhana and Arjuna, both of them went to Krishna for help. So, Duryodhana asked for the soldier. So what type of devotee?
We can think that who is asking for material support, he is less.
So he is also
and he also said, I don't, yes, but you stay with me. That was the beauty of Arjuna. Arjuna said, I don't, yes, but I want you to be. Krishna was very intelligent. When Arjuna and Duryodhana both approached Lord Krishna, a god should be impartial. So he should give equally to everyone. No? But he was very intelligent. He said, two options. Who want what? If you want me, then I will be with you. Okay. But I will not hold weapon. With my Sudarshan Chakra, we discuss all my spiritual power, destroy the world. I will not do anything. I will be not holding my weapon. Weapon is there, but I will not fight for you. But I will be with you. And alternatively, I can give you so many millions or thousands and thousands of my soldiers. Devoshana. I will give all of them to you. So you'll be these are invincible warriors I will give you. My soldiers group will go and assist you. Duryodhana says, okay, you give all the soldiers and powerful people who can fight for me. And Arjuna said, okay, I don't want anything, I want you only. Jadi mam asastram, if you come, it is not his statement, he said that if you want me, then I will be only the person. I will not. That's why Krishna never, not the entire 18 days war, only one time, no? So only one time he break his vows, but in a terrible war where everyone is being killed, he didn't hold the weapon to support Arjuna. So God is like that. In all my distress, I will bear with it. But with you, all pain is no pain. Without you, all wealth is no wealth. Who will take side normally? Only 99% people will go for wealth, support, physical protection. No? Only deep spiritual personality can think that I don't want anybody. You stay with me. That's all. Whatever. Kunti, Mother Kunti said, you give me more suffering. I don't care for that. But I want only you to be with me. In my all moments, every moment of my life, you should be there in my heart. So there's a higher bhakti. But ordinary people say, what a fool. He is going to think of God only, and God is putting him to distress. What is the distress? Endless distress for the 5 Pandava brothers, no? They have been just ousted from their kingdom. They are beggars in the street. They are hiding their identities for so many years, no? And trouble after trouble, trouble after trouble. But Krishna was with them. On the contrary, Duryodhana, all worldly people say, see, I am such a king. Everyone bows down at my feet. I enjoy the kingdom. I enjoy all this wealth and prosperity. So that's the point. To attain supreme love, man needs to transcend these 3 gunas. Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, as also as I have discussed, the love for Sattvika devotee, etc. You have to go beyond the 3 gunas. Sri Krishna describes on page 139, Sri Krishna describes in the Bhagavad Gita how by transcending the gunas a man can reach oneness with God. It has been already discussed on page, verse number 47, it says, so Krishna, how to transcend the gunas in the Bhagavad Gita, na? Satya, Rajas, Tama, the three gunas bind everyone. Therefore, oh Arjuna, go beyond the three gunas. Three gunas are like that. That's Ramakrishna's story. Ramakrishna's story that a man was passing through the forest of this world, no? As we are passing to the forest of life. And then suddenly three dacoits. Oh, we are all attacked by three dacoits. Tamasa dacoit, Rajasa, and Sattika. First come Tamasa. Tamasa has attacked us so much that we don't know who we are. It blinds our understanding, steals our spiritual property, our inner beauty, strength is gone. We are all ordinary human being crying and weeping for petty things of life. No? Tamasa has taken away first attack. And then Rajasa comes. If after Tamasa comes, don't know, who am I? I am such a great person. I am such an educated person. I know so many things. This guy is poor. Don't know anything. I will teach them all everything. Ramakrishna said, you Calcutta Babus, gentlemen, you always want to teach. Teach this, teach that, teach that. And teach yourself first. So that Rajas will say, okay, not to kill his kind little, better quality dacoit. So he says, okay, what's the use of killing this guy? So they have not killed us, but tied it. What? We are tied. I love this, I love that. I want to meditate, my mind goes in another. Hey, tying. Your mind is tied with this friend or this beautiful thing or this asset or something of the mind of the worldly affair. Then the Sattvic dacoit comes by practice and prayer. Then Sattvic goes, my child, my boy, you are being tied with the tree of ignorance, no? I am untying you. Sattvic. Sattvic means compassion, love, selflessness, all these noble qualities, they are coming and helping. And then we get saturated more and your tie is gone. Then you are moving in the path leading to go beyond the forest of samsara, forest of worldliness. And then he come and his Shaktika quality guides us to the edge. And then one drops into the ocean of consciousness. Bas, that's called samadhi. But when he goes, he comes back, he may ask, hey, you Shaktika quality, you help me so much, come with me. Then Shaktika quality doctor said, dacoit says, I cannot go there. I can only live in the forest of ignorance.
The police will catch me.
Police will catch me. That means to go beyond the three gunas. That is bhakti. See, what is called as jnana, that's the same thing. Well, the ego should have to die. Language is inadequate to express the supreme transcendental ecstatic love. There is no language how to explain this ecstatic love or supreme love. Nevertheless, the followers of all religions, in all cases, Brahman cannot be expressed through speech, through writing, through any expression. But still, so many Vedas, all the Upanishads, why they are? That's an attempt to express the inexpressible. So similarly, bhakti also cannot be expressed because there your ego dies. Who will describe? If your ego goes away, then how will you express? That's why it is inexpressible. But still, to express it, the divine love, they try to use the human language. Indeed, human love itself, in its various forms, has been used by the sages as a metaphor to represent this inexpressible divine love. We find them making use of all the terms associated with human love in its many forms to describe their love for God. The lovers of God try to experience this divine love in as many different ways as there are different forms of human love. As a human love, those things they take just expressing the divine love. How do you describe? They use a metaphor of human love. If you love somebody, what do you do? Very simple thing. What do? You see a friend after a long time. Now COVID and distancing. Otherwise, what do? You just go and hug. No, this is an expression of your love. You go to a friend of you love, and first you go to see him. You take a bouquet of flower. We take a bouquet of flower to God. To think, whatever you do, love and love say, his beloved, by kissing. So in divine love also, you be so intimate into that. That means, but they are not same. But how to teach a person who has no conception about divine love? So they use the human language. That's why if you read sometimes Bhagavad, such a holy text, unless your mind is pure, you will think that it is that describing human love. Language is so, because it is to teach the people in the world who can really get a glimpse of the divine love. That divine love is endless. The joy of that love is endless. Whereas this joy of material, physical level of joy is limited, very limited. As for a split second it comes and goes away. But this joy is perpetual joy. Thrill the body. So those are the expression of that joy. This is only the beginning. So there are 5 types of love in the relationship to the sant or peaceful. There is not yet the fire of love, that madness in love, that intensity and longing for God. That's why it is called Shanto. Bhav is not a high level. In the Bhakti school, Madhura Bhav is the highest. Shanta Bhav means a human love. A boy loves a girl. Intense. It does not like for anybody, but that girl or that boy. So similarly, the devotion is intense there for God, this form of God. Rama only for me. Hanumanji. Krishna is only for me. Garuda. Temni, like that. Every sadhaka has his idea. Only that. I don't care for anything. Ekangi bhakti. So that madness in love, that intensity and longing for God, the devotee still looks upon God with reverence as a powerful. His attitude is calm, gentle, and peaceful. This is only the beginning. Yeah? That's why sometimes people say, why the love for the husband-wife love is been mentioned as the highest? Because in ordinary love, it is good. You have an awe. You are going to the Lord. Oh Lord, you are the Lord of the universe. You have created everything. I am the most sinner. Please help me. The awe is there. Fear is there. I do something. Separation is there. But when love grows much, then that fear goes away. Love is so intense that can conquer the fear and all other weaknesses. The next type of is the dasya, in which the devotee considers himself as a servant of the Lord. 5 moods they are talking about. First, the shanto, as I said, shanto mood is for the peaceful mood, for the monks or any devotee who wants to see God everywhere equally. If you see equally, so you will not be fascinated to run for one. So, second is the dasya, servant attitude. Servant of the Lord, his child, his very own. In Christianity, we find that this relationship is practiced by the great majority of devotees. It is the ideal of fatherhood of God and the brotherhood of man. According to Narada, The relationship gradually brings us closer and closer to God, to an intimacy with Him, until God is no longer thought as Almighty, and we no longer consider the greatness of His glories. Ramakrishna said, God is your own Father. Why are you always, eh, always glorifying? Oh Lord, you are so great. You have created the sun, the moon, the trees, the plants. What great you are. Why are you glorifying? It is your own Father. And your Father's wealth is yours.
But our mother will say nice thing and give the card to mother, saying that mother, you brought me up. Thank you to have this type of mother.
Right. Don't do that with the mother also, similarly. So according to Narada, this relationship gradually brings us closer to God, to an intimacy with Him, until God is no longer thought of as Almighty. And we no longer consider His greatness and His glories. We come to think Him only a loving, a sweet, even more so than our own Father. No? See, a person, say, a person in the society, Chief Justice of a court, no? A very honorable position. And in the courthouse, when you go, people respect you, salute you, and every time, your Lord, my Lord, they say even today in the court, language like that. Your Honor, they don't say like as we talk. So much respect. But when that man goes back to his home, his child, his son or his younger child, what she says? Hey dad, what are you doing like that? Come here. Is it not? His wife, hey, come and sit and take your breakfast now. It's late. No? He has not yet. Oh, person is the same. But love has grown. As a result, that fear, he is a judge. He has tremendous power, glories. All these are forgotten. That's why love is above. A higher love is above. In this prayer of Sri Chaitanya, the Lord is addressed as the sweet one. A drowning man we chant every day. A drowning man in this world's fearful ocean is thy servant, O sweet one. In thy mercy, consider him as dust beneath thy feet. No? The next type is Shakha, another type of relationship, friendship. Thou art our beloved friend. The shepherd boys of Vrindavan are examples of this relationship. Krishna is their beloved friend. They play with him and dance with him. There is no fear. Oh, he's God. No, he's my friend. You can tell everything. You can chit chat. You can fight. You can lie down. You can kick each other. But when he's God, can you do that? And a friend can do that. That means they're becoming intimate, more intimate. A man opens his heart to his friend and he will not chide him for his faults, but will always want to help him. Friends are equals, and so equal love flows in and out between the devotees and his friends. God. God becomes the friend to him who can reveal the innermost secrets of our hearts. God is my friend. So there is no to hide, nothing to hide. You have very many things which you cannot speak to others. But if you know he is your dear friend, you can open your heart. That he will not do any harm. He always wants my welfare. No? God is like that. The God becomes the friend to whom we can reveal the innermost secrets of our hearts. He is looked upon as our eternal playmate. In the gospel according to St. John, we read, Ye are my friends, if ye do whatsoever I command you. So, henceforth, again, John's statement, henceforth I call you not servants, for the servants knoweth not what his Lord doeth. Servants has a separation, no? Servants cannot go up to that quarter where the Lord inner chamber. But friend can go. Friend can go and sit in his bed, talk to him, openly discuss things. But I have called you, friends, for all things that I have heard of my father, I have made known unto you. Sri Ramakrishna saw in his mystic vision that Maharaj, my master, was a shepherd boy dancing with Sri Krishna on a full bloom lotus. Maharaj himself did not know this until the last moment of his life. Just before he passed away, he became aware of it in a mystic vision and exclaimed, "Ah, the blissful ocean of Brahman! Om, salutation to Supreme Brahman! Om, salutation to Supreme Atman!" While speaking of these divine experiences, his throat became dry. A disciple offered him a drink, saying, "Maharaj, please drink this water." Then Maharaj says, "The mind does not want to come down from Brahman," said Maharaj slowly. "Pour then Brahman into Brahman." And like a child, he opened his mouth for the water to be poured out. Then he turned to Swami Saradananda, a brother disciple, and said, "Sri Ramakrishna is real, his divine incarnation is real." After this, Maharaj was silent for a while. He was deeply absorbed in meditation, and his face wore an expression of great sweetness. The mind of those who were present were so uplifted that they felt no grief, only joy and silence came calm. All sense of world and other deaths were lost. Suddenly, out of silence, the voice of Maharaj was heard. Quote, "Ah, that inexpressible light! Ramakrishna, the Krishna of my Ramakrishna. I am the shepherd boy. Put anklets on my feet. I want to dance with my Krishna. I want to hold his hand. Little boy Krishna. Ah, Krishna, my Krishna. You have come, Krishna, Krishna. Can't you see him?" Talking to other people. Haven't you eyes to see? Oh, how beautiful my Krishna on the lotus, eternal, the sweet one. My play is over now. Look, the boy Krishna is caressing me. He is calling me to come away with him. I come, I come. Thus, Maharaj was the eternal companion of the friend. So we end here. This is the out of the so many attitudes. This is the attitude of friendly attitude, Krishna's friend. Huh? So this should be the experience. That is the point where Krishna, the Lord Krishna, has become a friend of Rakhal Maharaj, Swami Brahmananda. So a mystic, sadhaka will be like that. So that attitude, we have not finished it. There are some pages we'll do the next day. Anyone has any question, then we can go for that. This he has explained many pages. So another 6 pages, 8 pages are there. So we'll read the next day about this verse number. So we'll continue the verse 66 next day also continue. Okay? So to how to reach that transcendental love, that is the point. And there are 5 modes they're describing about that. And one is higher than the higher. Well, higher in the sense intimacy. Higher in the sense how you are forced to think of God and nothing else. Possessed by like a ghost. People do behave like that. Like intoxicated person. Intoxication takes him to some other level. He has no control over that. Love will be overflowing in the character of that person. Para-bhakti, when ego will be totally dead. And at that point, that love is so intense, it gets merged into it. So we'll read those next day. Thank you. If you have any question, then okay, I'll end it first. Om Shanti, 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 Hari Om Tat Sat, Sri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu. Okay, so some questions. Is there a natural progression from Bhakti to Ghani? Can you be both successfully? Yes. This is to be understood. Jnana is a path. Bhakti is a path. But both path merges into the destination. As you see, as we discussed, what is bhakti here? You feel that your ego is totally lost. If your ego is totally lost, then what you are? You are Brahman. That means what we read just now. Swami Brahmananda is saying, you don't see light, light, light. My Krishna has come. Oh, my darling Krishna. No? So you will be swimming in that joy of love and blessings, which is called Satchidananda. So the natural progression from bhakti, you need not. As you progress in bhakti, you are progressing in jnana also. Only path is different. But that's why we, in our Vedanta, we don't make separate journey. That my bhakti, I am an only bhakta. No, I am a bhakta, I am a Ghani, I am a meditator, I am a selfless servant of God. So Jnana Karma Yoga Bhakti, we punch together. As a result, our whole life becomes spiritual. When I am working for Him out of love. Why do I work? If you don't love God, then this work becomes helpless. It is a torture upon you. But when you think that whole day what you have done, you have served for your beloved Lord, then everything is fulfilled. That cannot happen unless you have love for God. You will never be able to think that you have done anything for God. You think that you have done for this guy, that guy, that guy. And that pain and agony will remain all over the life. So here it is, naturally, bhakti. If I think that this bhakti, I love God and I slept for God. And everything I do only for God. That you cannot do without the bhakti. Your karma becomes unselfish only when you think that you are doing for God. So that is the point.
But will not it be like that if I think it's my karma phala, I'm wiping
That
out?
is different thing. You can take so many attitudes. Jnana yogi will think, okay, this is work, my body is doing work. But that to me, I am the Atma. Disassociate. Karma, you say, why am I doing karma? My bad karma is there, it is wiping out. But okay, take any attitude. But your mind will be free from complaint. Your mind will be free from anxiety, worries. I don't care for anything. It is I am doing for my good. I am proud that I could do it. I am fortunate that I have been given a better opportunity. As a bhakta will say, I got the opportunity to sit at the feet of Ramakrishna for a longer time. He feels proud. So the devotee will think that I'm proud that I could do so much, little bit more service today. Let me die. I am suffering, but I did it for God. So that type of bhakti automatically leads to what the Jnana will lead. Jnana will lead, it is the all actions are in the Maya. It is body is performing work. I am the Atman. I never do anything. I am only the witness. So the body, guneshu vartanta, itimatvana sajjate, that's the Ghani. Gita says, guna, the three gunas, sattva, rajas and tamas, are interacting with three gunas, this whole world which is mixture of three gunas. So it is an interaction between guna and the guna. I am beyond the guna. I am the consciousness. I don't do anything. So the jnana path and bhakti path are only depends on the attitude of your practice, but successfully they lead to the same conclusion ultimately. So if one can follow either one or better Swami Vivekananda's ideal, all of these ideas, jnana, karma, yoga, bhakti, then if you know target is that point where I will be merged into God and God alone. My ego will drop away. Bhakti, just we read, bhakti, bhakta will merge into God. Jnana will say, these are all not. Who am I? I am the conscious entity, alone. So that is the same thing as bhakta wants to reach. Okay, can we be both successful? Yeah, everyone can be successful if we are sincere and practice. Another question is that what are the signs that one is progressing in the path of bhakti? More joy will come, more surrender will come. What is the sign that I am progressing in the path of bhakti? I will be daily more and more think that I am serving God. I am blessed. I am peaceful inside. I feel joy. Whenever I think of my beloved, my heart swells in joy. Huh? And when you forget God, I get frightened. Bhakta will be that so long you feel the presence, then you are happy. Otherwise, you will be like a child. As a child will be happy when? When in mother's lap, no? Mother is the protecting force. But the child cries out when the baby does not find the mother. So a devotee will be like that. That he will think that God is there. I am there. So as science of spiritual progress is everywhere the same. Inner joy, inner tranquility, inner peace, and not dependence on outside much. Outside thing will bother at the beginning, but they will not make any dent in the heart of a devotee when the devotee thinks that I am protected by God. This body is suffering, my bad karma, good karma. People are insulting me. Okay, what it matters? How many people in the world? Eh? Or as I sometimes say, so many people appreciate you. Let few people also criticize you. What is the wrong in it? Why don't be bold to accept that? Think that they are taking away my bad karmas. Good, be happy. So spirituality will be always signs that more contentment will come, more peace will come, more joy will come. The environment will not change outside. Outside living may be difficult. Not that a devotee will have no face any disease. Not that any devotee will not face old age. Not that there will be no physical problem for a person who is a devotee of God. These will come. But the devotee's heart will be saturated with joy and love and peace and contentment. Okay. So thank you then. We'll meet you again around 7:30 for our Shanti Gita class today. Okay? Thank you. Jai Ma.
Thank you.
Om peace, peace, peace. ও এখানে কিছু আছে question. দেখি, there is some question it seems. How come one's spiritual upliftment can help someone to reduce their pain or misery? The pain, I meant the pain of others. How can one's spiritual upliftment can help someone to reduce their pain or misery? How can it done? Pain and misery can be reduced. You cannot reduce. Only your mind will be in God, so the pain and misery which is there, it will be less. You will feel less. As a child, example is that as a child, what happens? The child will cry. He fell down, and the child is really thinking that the child is thinking that it is a pain. But you bring a doll or divert the attention, immediately the boy will be forgetting the pain, or the child will be forgetting the pain. So how we can digress our mind in God? Then we can forget the pain for ourselves. And yes, if you talk about God, your devotion to God, actually that can help others also to be peaceful. Thank you. No. কেন যেটা suddenly আসে আমার দিকে রাখার কি দরকার you can take
Why is that? Look on the back of my shirt. See,
Yeah, I also go to that.
that wasn't there before I put my clothes in the washer.
I go to that too.
It's coming from the washing machine.
in-stream করো
She's not
Not
still
there
asking
today
question.
before I put my
Didn't
shirt
No,
on.
no.
Something like this is-
how will we know our ego is reduced that we can understand how will our ego is reduced that is a question that can be easily understood
Similar, right?
how we are bringing God into our awareness. Recording. So, how will we know our ego is reduced? Yes, then that is understandable by everyone that I am becoming more egotistic or less egotistic. I am thinking of God, or I am become proud of God, or I am becoming proud of myself. Ah, so it is subjective understanding. Okay, thank you.
Swamiji.